Byron, as we move to the second half, and we see a guy like Victor Cruz, who had not played an NFL regular season game since October 2014, score what ends up being the game-winning touchdown. How surprised were you that Victor Cruz was able to be this good, this quick for the Giants?
Well, guys, he's had a lot of time off to think about it, so I know mentally he was ready. The only question was physically, was he going to be able to hold up? And from what I've seen in the first game, going all the way back to a preseason game I saw him play in, he looked pretty good. And one thing for sure, the guy still knows how to read. He knows how to read those defensive coverages. So he did a good job getting open. And Eli Manning, of course, was looking for him and found him open in the end zone. And it was good to see him get out there and be able to do a little dance and smile, celebrate. And I tell you what, the Giants are going to need him down the road.
Byron Hunt joining us. Thanks to Katie O'Burns over in Schenectady. Great place to watch all the NFL games right here on 104.5 The Team. Byron, I was a little worried about Victor Cruz because as he's celebrating, everybody's like headbutting him and stuff. Is there any concern of him getting a concussion after the celebration?
Well, headbutting, I think it's okay. I think it's allowed as long as a little tap. I mean, if we go back and look at Tom Brady, I mean, he's one of the guys that loves the headbutt. So I think they probably wanted to just let him know that they were happy to have him back. And you know what? I'm sure Victor didn't mind it because when you're in that end zone dancing and the Giants took the lead there, I'm pretty sure the Giants took the lead. I could be wrong, but it's good to see him dancing, man. It's good to see him get involved with the team. The players, I know they were excited to see him do well. And guys, if you ever played any sport and you had somebody that's been injured, that's been out, I mean, you just want to see him get out there and do well. And that's what I was looking forward to. And I'm glad the Giants teammates of his were able to let him know, hey, buddy, good to have you back.
Byron Hunt here, and Byron, you were on the defensive side of the ball. Jason Pierre-Paul, am I nuts, or did he finally look a lot more like the JPP we want him to be?
Well, the thing that JPP he's in excellent condition. I mean, he's a big, strong, fast guy, very athletic. Matter of fact, I can remember where I saw him do about 20 backward flips.
Yeah.
On the field in a row. I mean, he's a tremendously athletic kid. The thing I was wondering is, why the heck can't he get a couple fingers that he can put in those gloves or something that would help him a little bit? I mean, I don't know if that's allowed in the NFL, but man, if he could just get a couple fingers that he could use, he'd sure have a couple more sacks. He was very active. One thing about Jason Pierre-Paul, he is very, very active. And they needed him yesterday because Prescott, he's a tough cookie. The Giants had a couple open shots at him, and they missed him. So a quarterback like that, you need everybody chasing it.
We'll look into the NFL rules to see if added fingers is a performance
enhancement. Fingers. I like it.
It may or may not be. And JPP did that against one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, but also against the rookie quarterback. Byron, you played on defense. If someone told you week one you get a fourth-round rookie quarterback to go up against, you would have been salivating to get after that guy. Were you more impressed by Prescott, or was it the Giants just not getting enough pressure on him?
Well, I think the Giants and Spagnuolo had decided early on what they were going to do. And the Cowboys probably helped them out a little bit because the Cowboys, were looking to run the ball. And why not? They got a tremendous offensive line and a couple good running backs. One, Morris they picked up from the Redskins. But I thought the Giants said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to keep this guy in the pocket, which they didn't do. They did a pretty good job. He got loose a couple times. We're going to keep this guy in the pocket, and when he goes back to pass, we're going to drop. We're going to drop 7 guys, rush 3, maybe drop 8. But we're going to drop a lot of guys in the secondary, and we're just going to come up and tackle them. And, when you do that, I mean, it's tough to do that the first game because, let me tell you got to really be disciplined. Everybody's got to know their assignments, their reads, because reading in zone defense is a lot more difficult than a one-on-one coverage, guys. When you got a guy you're going to coverage, or you're focusing on him, you know where your help is, everything else. But zone defense is a lot tougher. Most important thing about zone defense is keep the guys in front of you, go up and make good, strong tackles. So I thought the Giants did that for the most part. They still got some issues to work out because the Cowboys have some talented receivers. Prescott did a good job. He found some open guys. I mean, it took that defense a while to get going. I was a little bit concerned, but they finally were able to get the Cowboys in some thirds and longs. So really, in that first half, especially that first quarter, I don't think the Giants ever got the Cowboys in third and long. And that's what you got to do with a rookie quarterback. You got to get him third and long, make him have to complete some long passes.
Former Giant Byron Hunt with us here on 104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports, thanks to KDO Burns, where you can watch all the NFL games. Byron, when you see the clock management where the Giants actually run the clock down a little bit instead of turning the ball right back over, do you have high hopes for the Ben McAdoo era?
Hey, guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's only one game. I mean, you got to be able to do it right consistently. And you know what? I guess I could go along with that premise at this point, since we only got one game to judge it from, right?
Right.
So let's give McAdoo I'm going to say a B+, because let's remember, guys, the Cowboys still had a chance to get that ball out of bounds and kick a field goal. I'm not saying they would have made it, but they still had a chance.
Did you see anything in this game that changed what you thought this team would be this season? Did you go into this game thinking one thing and maybe see them differently?
Well, I actually thought that the Giants would put up more points offensively. I was looking at, you got Victor Cruz, and maybe that has something to do with it. You got Shepard, of course. You got the guy with the blonde hair. You know what? I can't even think of his name, but number 13, Odell Beckham Jr. I thought the Giants would do a little bit more down the field. Hey, maybe the Cowboys are taking it away, but I don't think so. I just think the Giants are being very conservative, and I just thought they could have did more early on. But for the most part, it was an okay start. Look, I don't like the punter having to punt that many times. And I sure don't like when he punts it into the end zone. I mean, you got to get some of those balls, out on the 10-yard line, the 5-yard line. Worst case scenario, the 15-yard line. But when you go punt there, every time you punt it in the first quarter, first half, it goes into the end zone. That's not good. They got to improve on that.
Byron Hunt, former Giant, helping us keep track of Big Blue right now. And Byron, we really appreciate you. And thanks to KDO Burns. Have you had the Reuben pizza at KDO Burns yet?
I have not had the Reuben pizza, but I'm looking forward to it. Guys, I've had that Reuben sandwich. And I guess the most important thing is when you go to KDO Burns, it's a wonderful atmosphere. I mean, it's they're all family there, which they are. And the place is named after, a member of the family going back, many years ago. And when you go in there, they always greet you well. And I guarantee you, if you tell them Byron Hunt sent you, they will take excellent care of you. And whatever you do, have a cold beer on me. If it ain't on me, then the next one will be on me. If that was on me, then I'll put the next one on me. But sooner or later, guys, you're going to get a cold drink on me.
Byron Hunt, thanks to KDO Burns. Byron, have a great week. We'll talk to you Monday.
Take care, Byron.
Oh, guys, you're getting rid of me so fast. This was amazing. I thought we were going to talk forever.
Well, you covered everything. I mean, what? I don't know what you think of the.
I'm only kidding, guys. I mean, look, I love talking to you guys. I appreciate the opportunity. And next week, the Giants got the New Orleans Saints, guys. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think of that game? The Saints and the Raiders. The Raiders going for 2.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, if you saw the Raiders last year, actually, if you saw them the last 2 years. Last year, they made some great improvements on offense. I think they got one of the best throw and catch combos in the NFL. Carr to the guy from Alabama. I can't think of his name, but you know what I'm talking about, number 89.
Yep.
Cooper. The guy can run. The guy can run and catch with the best of them. And Carr, of course, his brother played for the Giants. But I think, just in my opinion, guys, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he looks to be the real deal. And as far as Jack Del Rio, come on, hey, why not go for 2? Hey, you know what? I would love to see. I actually want the Giants to go for it on 4th and 1.
Riverboat gambler, man. I like it.
That's right. Hey, Byron, Levack is a Raiders fan, so he is extra excited for that win.
Oh, that's the reason. Well, you know what? I know you were glad to get a win early because the Raiders have had some tough games over the last couple of years, and it's good to see the Raiders go out and do something positive early on. And, hey, what if they miss that two-point conversion? Then what?
Well, that's one of those ones where they talk about it every time. Like if you make it, you're a genius. If you miss it, you're a fool.
I know, guys. And you know what? Based on what I saw with these extra points, I mean, can you believe that moving that ball back just a short distance can cause the brain freeze of these kickers? I can't believe it. A Giants kicker missed an extra point.
Byron Hunt, man, you got to see. This is why we have to wrap it short. We're going to cover the whole season in one segment.
Hey, look, all I got to say is you got to be able to kick the extra point. That's
True.
all I got to say. I don't care if it's 10 yards further. Come on, that's an easy tip shot. What is going on, guys? I'll catch you next week.
Byron Hunt, man, we look forward to it. Thanks to Katie O'Burns. Byron, have a great one, brother.
All right, guys, take care.